welcome to Openshop. He couldn't bear to be dirty any longer.
I like it.
Boom, boom. Welcome to Openshop. We're here today with Samsung, and we're here today with an 8.5 kilo front loader with bubble wash and steam cycle technology, which I'm going to find all of that about from Robbie, who is our Samsung expert.
Hi,
welcome,
thanks for having
Robbie.
me.
Lovely to have you here. Now, most of us here in Australia hear about front loaders, know a little bit about them, but not everybody yet has taken the plunge and jumped from a top loader to a front loading washing machine. I myself have, because I know the benefits of front loading washing machine. I'm told that cycles in this machine are a lot shorter than some traditional front loaders, and that will appeal to a lot of our customers because you can get a 15-minute quick cycle wash.
Absolutely.
And a daily wash. So tell us a little bit about yourself, Robbie, and tell us a bit about this brand.
Oh, well, I'll start with me. So I look after home appliance product training at Samsung, and today we're going to be talking about Samsung washing machines. Now, as Samsung, you probably know us from a lot of the products that you have in your house already. You probably have a smart TV, a smartphone, a vacuum, possibly already a washing machine or refrigerator. And we've been making appliances for a long time to be one of Australia's most loved brands.
Absolutely, and Samsung is about technology, and Samsung is about getting that innovation into our homes to make our lives simpler, easier, faster, and in this case, cleaner. So we're talking about front loaders, and we're talking about the heritage that you guys at Samsung have had in front-loading washing machines goes for decades, right?
Absolutely. We've been making washing machines for such a long time. And again, the way that we actually develop our washing machines is making it direct for the consumer. So we take your consumer insights, all of the research that we do about our washing machines to make the perfect product for Australians.
Right, so that might be why you have that 15-minute quick wash cycle. Kids' school uniforms need to be done sometimes daily. So we are going to be launching this bubble wash and steam cycle technology. I'm fascinated to find out about what it is that those cycles do. But to give you the offer here today with Openshop, we are looking at a ripper deal, 300,579. This is Samsung, this is bubble wash, this is steam front loading washing at its best. This is a price that should be $9.99. Here at Openshop, we are delivering it. And it is delivered by Samsung, right?
Yes.
To your door, $779. It's a free delivery, guys. And of course, if this is your first purchase with Openshop, you will get an additional 10% off that reduced price for your first purchase. Openshop just keep making it better, right? There are other deals, which means that we have a rewards program. And the rewards program means that if you buy this washing machine here today, you're going to get another 20% put into a little account for you to use your rewards. It's real money, it's tangible. Credit points to use it on some shopping next month, maybe some Christmas shopping, maybe buy a little something for yourself, maybe buy some gifts for the family. But today we're all about Samsung. We're all about getting those clothes cleaner, protecting your assets, protecting your expensive clothing, and also making it really simple. So I noticed that in the bear that couldn't bear to be dirty anymore, he took his fur coat off and popped it in there, and he pressed bubble wash. What is bubble wash?
Bubble wash is really, really cool, and I will just try and explain this as best I can. But really simply, in conventional front loaders, what happens is your detergent runs into the drum, and that drum has to move around to actually create the bubbles that attack your clothes, right? In bubble wash, we actually take that detergent down with water to our bubble generator that creates rich, thick bubbles that rise up from the bottom of your machine and actually soak into your clothes. Isn't that cool?
Well, that's got to be better for your clothes, right? Because if your detergents are hitting your clothes straight up, some detergents have colorants in them. Some detergents have brightening agents in them. So if you're taking that down into a reservoir and you're making a foam before it's getting on your clothes, it's actually probably the way that detergents, whether they're liquid or powder, were designed to have been made. But of course, unless you've got this bubble wash technology, you are not going to have that. Most top loaders, what do? Open the lid, get your scoop, throw it straight on the clothes, press the button and then the water starts filling in. So that's where you start getting those little chunky little bits that sometimes don't always dissolve.
Absolutely.
So this is a better system.
Have you taken out your jeans before and you've got a big detergent stain on a black pair of jeans or a black t-shirt? That must be really annoying, and that's why Bubble Wash, one of the great benefits of it is, it actually reduces detergent stains because it pre-mixes that detergent into bubbles before the cycle starts.
Absolutely incredible. So tell me, if I'm using powder or if I'm using liquid, does it matter?
It does it exactly the same way. So it takes it into the bubble generator and it mixes it with air and water with the detergent to make thick, rich foam that rises from the bottom of the machine.
Absolutely incredible. So you are getting the best cleaning outcome through this bubble generator and this bubble wash technology. Okay, so I get bubble wash. I think it's genius. How long should a wash take? Right? Because all clothes are different and all different types of soiling in your clothes mean that, you're going to choose different cycles. Roughly how long should an average wash take?
That's a really good question, and it does vary person to person and how big your family is. But we've actually got a really cool feature that I want to talk about, which is our auto load sensing. Now, what that means is on selected cycles on the machine, you can actually fill the machine with your clothes, and it, using the drum, detects the weight of the clothes and then adjusts the run time. Isn't that really cool?
Oh, that sounds incredible. So let me get this right. I pop my clothes in, I press the button, regardless of which cycle I press the button, and it will auto weigh. So if I put one sock, or if I put the whole footy team socks, I've got 30, whatever, however many it is, it's going to weigh, adjust the amount of water that goes into it before the cycle starts. So I'm not wasting water like I would or like I may in a top loader where you've got a low, a medium, or a high water level. This is going to adjust for exactly what's in there.
That's exactly right.
Love it.
So it adjusts your water and it also adjusts the time, which I think is super important because we're getting busier and busier, right?
Yeah.
I have a lot less time at home. So knowing that if I put it on a cotton cycle, for example, and that time could be shortened is really important for me.
It is really important for me as well because, we don't always have that time to wait around for things to finish because sometimes we've got to chuck it in the dryer or throw it on the line or hang it on a chair inside to dry when we've got other things to do. So what is the shortest? I'm all about, some days, most days, I'm all about speed, school uniforms, I need a quick cycle, I don't have an hour. Can I wash school uniforms in that quick wash?
Absolutely, you can. So if we want to have a quick look into the control pad here, I'm going to turn this to our 15-minute quick wash, which is just there. What you're going to see here is that'll do up to 2 kilos of clothes in just 15 minutes.
Brilliant.
Isn't that excellent?
Absolutely brilliant. So 15 minutes from, it's going to still do the auto weigh.
So with this one here, it doesn't have to auto weigh it because it's just doing exactly. It knows you're doing maximum 2 kilos.
Does it still do bubble wash though?
Absolutely.
Okay, so I'm not compromising on the quality. I'm just chopping down my time. I'm still getting the most incredible quality wash. 15 minutes for small loads, up to 2 kilos of laundry. So what would constitute 2 kilos? What am I going to get? Am I going to get a school pants and shirt and pants rather, and a tunic, a dress?
It could be, yeah, absolutely. A couple of pairs of kids' clothes. It might be 2 t-shirts and a pair of jeans for that hot date you've got on the weekend. Whatever it is, you can simply put it in, and it's just 15 minutes, which is a quarter of this hour we're doing now. You could do 4 loads in that time.
Absolutely love it. Mums out there, I'm a mum with school kids. I don't have 5 school uniforms, one for every single day, and I don't have 2 sports uniforms because there's 2 in a week and sometimes there's a third. I've got 2 school dresses and I've got 1 set of sports uniform, and I have to wash every single day. 15-minute quick wash for me means that I can get it done. If it's 8 o'clock at night and I'm like, oh my gosh, I still haven't done the sports uniforms, it's going to get done, it's going to get hung out, it's going to be dry and ready for the morning. Samsung was clearly designed by, should I say, a very clever mum or a very clever dad perhaps? Well, they obviously knew what us mums were thinking. We need washing done. We already need it done yesterday. When you need it done here and now. So they were really smart with that because most front loaders have a long wash cycle. Some have a shorter wash cycle, but getting that 15-minute quick wash, but you're still getting that bubble wash technology, which means you're not going to have, if you've got a dark school tunic, you're not going to have, that compromised finished product. You want everything to look immaculate, no taking away of my precious valuable time, I'm not going to hand wash. I just don't have the time. And if I do hand wash, I'm going to need to spin, right, to get all the excess moisture out. So that quick wash still does a full spin?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Awesome. Now, what else does this machine, what's it going to bring into my world?
Well, let's talk about now an average Australian load. So let's say that you have your washing for the week, you have 4 and a bit kilos, and you've got some dirty clothes and some clothes that are a little bit cleaner. You can simply put that in here for a cotton wash.
Right.
What that allows you to do is give it the best wash quality possible so that all of your clothes, doesn't matter how dirty they are, they get cleaned perfectly.
Right.
But let's go one step further. What is probably the dirtiest thing that you wash? Do you ever spill red wine down your top?
Oh, that's easy. My son Sam's fishing gear. Hello, Sam. Love you, Sam. Don't love your fishing gear. Sam also works, he has a part-time job at Cronulla Ferries.
Right.
So he works down on the ferries, and sometimes he comes home with little bits of grease and little bits of, you know, things that ferry people do, and they're quite dirty. I suppose your average tradie is going to come home pretty much the same, right?
Absolutely, a
Really?
tradies.
Can I put, this is a really important question, is this tradie proof? Because it's very white and it's very clean and it looks, I know it's got the drum inside's sturdy and it's steel, but it's also for delicate. You were telling me about silk things and delicate things. If I can't throw the King G's in there, there's a problem.
Absolutely. You can wash pretty much anything in here, from the cleanest of cleans with our 15-minute quick wash all the way to the dirtiest of dirties. And I'll show you how to do that.
Please do.
So let's just say we've got Sam's fishing gear.
Yes.
Let's just say we have the King G's. And let's say I was eating a 4 and 20 pie and I've spilled all of it down my top. That would be an absolute nightmare.
I'm pleased you didn't say you spilt your VB because he's only 16.
No, there you go.
I would have thought, there's a problem here.
No, but in a couple of years, absolutely. So I want you to take a really good look here.
Yes,
So
what am I going to do?
We currently have it on cotton. And as you can see, there's a button here that says bubble soak.
Rightio.
This is really cool. So we're now focused on this. I'm just going to click this once. Can you see how this increased by 30 minutes?
Right.
What bubble soak is 30 minutes of intensive soaking so you can pre-soak and pre-treat all of your dirty clothes before the cycle starts. Isn't that genius?
Okay, so I'm going to get my spray, my little blaster thing that I use only on Sam's clothes. I get my little blaster pack, and it's a pre-soak, which you try and get grease and things and blood and guts and scaling fish and all the yucky things that my daughter says, oh my God, Mum, don't put that in the washing machine, it stinks, because she's panicking about her clothes going in there. So it's going to pre-soak with bubble soak. It's then going to wash and get all the grime and all the dirt and all that awful stuff out. Bubble soak translates to tradie proof washing machine. This is the machine for you. So whether you've got the grease or whether you've just got those dirt-ridden things, really that extra soak is going to lift and it's going to get them out, and then it does that, still does that full spin cycle at the end. There's nothing different about it.
No, absolutely.
It's just the pre-soaking that's the addition.
Definitely.
Okay,
Definitely.
I love that. That's incredible. So with the drum, you were talking to me about the drum before. We'll get to the drum later, but you were talking about it having this unique shape, which means that we're protecting our clothes, but we're also getting a better wash because of the shape.
That's exactly right. So with the drum, it's really important on how that is shaped and the way that the actual material, when running at a high speed, actually affects your clothes. So maybe we'll use this one. It's already open.
Over here, yes.
So we'll come around here and let's zoom in on the drum and actually have a look on the inside and actually see what's going on.
It's got a diamond. It kind of looks like little studs that you'd find on your clothing.
Absolutely. So it's actually got these very, very gentle diamonds.
Yeah.
And that's the style of drum. We call this our diamond drum. What I like about this is it's extremely gentle on your clothes.
Great.
Even when running at high speeds.
Great. So does that mean that I could put something like, I would wash this, I would do this on a cooler, hand wash or gentle wash cycle in my front loader. Could I wash this dress here? That the instructions on this dress will say gentle hand washing, cool water. This is an expensive dress. Thank you, Openshop. It is a very expensive dress. I don't want to ruin it. So this is something that's really important to me. Apart from washing the grimy stuff, delicates usually mean expensive, right? Underwear is expensive. Ladies' underwear is expensive. Ladies' clothing is frightfully expensive if it's got a designer brand on it. So how does it differ?
I'll tell you what, the drum is designed to be very gentle on your clothes. But I'm going to take it one step further for you.
Right.
So you have that beautiful dress. By the way, I've got the exact same one at home. It probably looks better on you than me.
What colour's yours?
Yeah, exactly the same.
Oh, we could have shared.
I know, crazy. But really importantly, if we want to zoom in on the control panel of this one, you'll actually find we have a delicates mode.
Love it.
This is perfect for all of those clothes that you have that you want to take extra special care of. It's as simple as that.
So with the delicates, all I need to do is I pop it in. I don't have to put this in a wash bag, right?
Nope.
Because the diamond drum has been finished in a way that it's smooth. It's not going to have any catches or any little bits and pieces that's going to pull at your silk stockings or at your beautiful designer dress. This is what you expect from Samsung. You are expecting technology and quality. It is the diamond drum soft curl design, which means that it's going to tough it out in that workwear, and it's going to be as gentle as a hand wash with those hand wash style clothes. It's going to be as fast as you need it to be on the school nights, right? Or on the soccer run when it's Friday afternoon, you think I've got to get them ready for Saturday morning. And then of course we can add in that bubble soak, which means that things are going to come out of the clothing and out of the fabrics as they would if somebody was taking special care down at the laundry. You know when you put things in at the laundry and they come back and it's like magic? It sounds like this is going to do this for me in my laundry room.
Absolutely.
Absolutely magic. Okay, so delicates I love. Synthetics we've got as well. Rinse and spin, but the one thing that I'm confused about is drum clean. Why do I need to clean my drum when this is a washing machine?
I'll tell you what, there's going to be a lot of people out there at the moment and they're thinking, I think my machine at home may or may not have that cycle. I've never used it. It is super important to actually clean the machine that's cleaning your clothes.
Okay, that's why do I need to clean my machine when it's got all this water and all these foam and it's washing things away? Why do I need to clean my machine?
Really interestingly, in the actual drum on the outside, they can actually sometimes build up algae and other types of sort of bacteria. So we've developed Drum Clean. Really simply, it gives you the ability to clean the machine that cleans your clothes so that your clothes always come out perfectly clean and your machine is maintained to the best level.
Okay, so kind of like when I need to put in that little bottle of stuff in the bottom of my dishwasher, I do my dishwasher clean. Do I need to put in a little bottle of stuff in there and press Drum Clean? How does it work?
So it'll actually clean on a really high temperature. You can put detergent in it if you'd like. And with that, it just does its own thing. Tap the button, off it goes.
Okay, so I don't need to buy any special chemical products. I don't need to use anything other than my normal detergent or just press that Drum Clean. It's kind of like doing a descale on your washing machine or giving that iron, using that, getting rid of that lime scale build-up and all the sludge and slime. And I haven't done it before, but it does make sense that if your washing machine is in pristine condition and you put a fancy designer dress in there, ladies, you want it to come out looking better than when it went in, rather than coming out having a little bit of that something that my son might have left on his clothes before it went in, right? So Samsung are delivering laundry, they are delivering laundry care. They're delivering new technology, which means that you don't have to stand there and hand wash anymore. You don't have to have buckets in your laundry sink to pre-soak from this and tip it out and drain it and pre-soak from that and have sludgy bits dropping all over. Throw it in the wash, press that bubble soak, and of course the bubble wash cycle is going to happen automatically, whether it's the quick wash all the way through to the cottons or then through to the delicates. The chamber will release whether it's the powder or the liquid, turn it into thick, beautiful, rich foam, which will rise up through the drum rather than having powder or liquid straight onto your clothes. Detergent can actually damage your clothes depending on the detergent that you're using. We are taking care. This is Laundry Care and this is Samsung here at Openshop, and it can be in your home, $1325.80. You are getting an incredible product at $779. You're saving $229, ladies and gents. This is something that's going to save you time. It's going to save you energy compared to some other machines. Not all machines, but it is energy efficient, yeah?
Absolutely.
We're talking about Samsung quality. So tell me about the energy efficiency in just a moment. We're going to throw to a clip and have a little bit more of a look at Samsung, and then we'll come right back and we'll explain the energy efficiency and the water savings and all the other great things that Samsung deliver.
It was 1969 and man had just traveled to the moon. Everyone was staring at the heavens and aiming for the stars, except Samsung. We had started our little company in the same year. And amidst all the talk of the moon, we were thinking more about the Earth. If man could defy such barriers in the pursuit of such extraordinary dreams, then didn't someone have to do the same thing for people's ordinary lives? And didn't that someone have to be Samsung? We had found our purpose, to do the right thing for the people and eventually mankind. To free people from their daily chores by making wonderful, reliable washing machines. To help families share more moments together by building great TVs. To keep people close by always having them in your hand. And so, for 50 years, we found joy in making the right products for the right reasons and overcoming all obstacles. This year, we have been looking up at the moon. It reminds us of where it all began. But it's still only our second favorite place in space.
You are laundry care specialists. Samsung know what they're doing, and we're in good hands with Samsung. We don't need to use our hands to do that hand wash cycle anymore. We have got an inverter motor system, which is intelligent machinery. It's technology which switches and changes and works things out. Robbie, can you explain it in a less technical way than the way that I read? Because the way I read, I thought, gosh, this thing is, it's so robotic, it actually knows what to do and when to do it.
I'll tell you what, a digital inverter motor, the best way to explain it is they actually run at a variable speed. So the digital part meaning that it actually uses sensors to detect how fast it should go. And it can change how fast it needs depending on the part of the cycle that it's running in. That's really important because it means that it's not actually burning 100% of its efficiency at all time. It actually is a variable motor.
Okay, so that's where the energy efficiency links in. So just because it's in that cotton cycle, it may only have a small load, so it will actually adjust the speed of the spin to get the excess moisture out depending on the weight of the clothes?
Absolutely.
Absolutely intelligent. So that is why the energy rating on this is as good as it is. And look, it really does stack up. Compared to most other washing machine and dryer brands, or washing machine in particular, this one here really is a good energy rating, and that's important, right? Because we don't want to be buying great technology that's making our lives easier but making our lives more expensive, right? We need to be watching the dollars and cents as well. So this is great technology. What about, I read something about steam washing cycle. Wouldn't steam be bad for my clothes? What does it mean? What does steam do?
Okay, well, steam for me is probably the most important part of this washing machine.
Why?
I can't stress this enough. So it's flu season at home, you've got lots of kids, and you're passing around all of those allergies and bacteria through your washing. Steam is actually great because it can actually kill up to 99.99% of certain bacteria that run in your clothes. Did you know that?
I knew steam's used for cleaning, like steam cleaners on your floor. I didn't know how bursts of steam would react to fabrics, right? Because fabrics can sometimes be, delicate.
Yeah, absolutely.
Steam, I'm thinking steam, fabric, I'm not so sure.
Well, I can show you actually. This is really, really cool. So let's have a quick look back here at our machine. If you'll actually notice down here, there's a little blue line. This here is actually showing you the two different cycles that we have for steam on the machine. So let's go around and have a look.
There's two cycles?
Yeah, we do. So we have bedding. Now, I'm sure you can guess what that's for.
Yes. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then baby care.
Baby care, yeah, we've all been there too. Yes, we can understand what the steam cycle may be used for now. Thank you, Robbie.
No worries.
It all makes perfect sense. So I don't need to necessarily put pre-soakers or anything like that again. So I don't have to use the bubble soak. I can just use that steam technology. So really getting out things that you don't want to be spreading through your wash.
Absolutely,
right?
Especially in flu season, especially in times when you're passing germs throughout your house. What I think is super important is that how it works is this.
Right.
It does the wash phase, Then it steams your clothes, really importantly. This is where it steams, and then it rinses out all of that gunk, the allergens and bacteria that it's killed, straight out of your wash. Isn't that awesome?
Brilliant. So do I need to add any extra powder or liquid for that to work?
Nope, once again, it's all ready to go straight in the machine. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely brilliant. Now, speaking of powder and liquid, I can use powder or I can use liquid. I don't need to change to a whole new brand to be able to use this new technology.
No, absolutely not. It's really simple. You can use whatever you've been using at home. It's very, very simple and intuitive to use. You just load it as normal. But I do want to talk about this drawer though.
Yes, yes. Talk to me about the drawer.
So in conventional models, what you'll actually find is in some of their detergent drawers, they actually build up this gunk.
Okay.
So the water that actually takes the detergent away won't remove all of it, and it starts getting really sticky.
Yeah.
You can build up mold, and that's not very hygienic for your wash.
No, thank you.
So we actually call this our Stay Clean drawer.
Right.
So how it actually works is, it takes the detergent down into the bubble generator that we talked about before. But really importantly, it also does multiple water jets to ensure that it's taken away every single bit of that detergent so that none stays there and gets sticky. Does it make sense?
Absolutely brilliant. So it's basically like when you go through the car wash and then it does that extra wash right at the very end to get all the suds out.
There you go. There you go.
I've got to try and rationalise things into, you know, the normal world. The washing world is usually all I do is throw things in, press the button, walk away and want it to be done. Now with this technology, I can choose my cycle. I can add in that bubble wash. It's already going to do the bubble soak. It's always going to do the bubble wash. I can choose to do that steam wash cycle in either the bedding or in the baby care, and that's really important for getting away any bacteria or any bits and pieces that really shouldn't be left over. Just kicks into that next level of washing technology. So with this here, I can put powder or I can put liquid, and I'm told that front loaders use less powder, less detergent than top loaders. Is that true?
I mean, in most cases, absolutely. And also that also goes down to the person that's doing it. What you find with a traditional top loader is people start to fill up the whole container and just really get it in there because it's spread over your clothes. The best bit about this is you can have faith because you know our bubble generator is going to create those thick bubbles and foam. You don't need to load it up. Isn't that smart?
That's awesome. So it's going to make that foam, make the bubbles, make it thick and turn it into the consistency that it should have been in all other systems. But you guys have invented this technology. It sits in the reservoir underneath. It lifts up through that steel drum, through all of those permeated holes and moves through your clothing without leaving stains, without leaving detergent marks. So then when your clothes are dry, you're not going to have any white powder. You're not going to have bits and pieces that shouldn't be there. You're going to have perfectly washed clothes. Now, there is an easy iron care. What's the terminology, you guys, that I read about? Something to do with less ironing. Thank you. Thank you. Talk to me about less ironing. I might just be buying this for this function, let me tell you.
Well, there is a feature on here that we call Easy Iron, and what that allows you to do basically, it sort of reduces the spins at the end so your clothes don't sort of end up all together and all wrinkled up. This happens because we try to remove as much moisture as possible from your clothes. But really simply, you can actually put it, let's bring it back all the way to cotton.
Right.
And then you can go here to Easy Iron, which is on the right. And with that, that'll reduce the spin amount effectively to give you less wrinkles in your clothes.
So all I do is choose my cycle. So this is a little dial here. This is like a little analog dial. There's a little light there. So as I move from cycle to cycle, you can hear it beeps. It's got quite a sweet little sound, actually. It's like a little friend. It's like a little somebody doing your washing for you. You choose your cycle and then you go over here, and this is a little digital touch sensor on the control panel. Easy Iron, I touch that on or I touch that off. And that means that when it spins, it's not going to spin as hard and fast. So when my clothes dry, they're going to dry a lot better with a lot less creases.
That's exactly right.
That's simple. That's Samsung technology, guys, ladies and gents out there. If you don't love ironing, if ironing is not your favourite pastime, if you don't want to waste Sunday afternoon there behind the iron, maybe this is the machine for you with that Easy Care function, with that Easy Care feature. This really is going to make ironing whole lot less time than what it possibly should be.
Absolutely. Can I actually tell you another time feature?
Please do.
Great. So a lot of people at home, they like to make use of off-peak electricity and wash overnight in the mornings. We've actually got a cool feature that we call delay end.
Right.
Now, delay end is right here, just in the top right of the control panel.
I can see that easily.
So let's put this onto cotton. Let's say that we're going to do a cotton wash for the average wash you're doing at home. But I want this to be done when I get home tonight, which is, let's call it 5 hours from now. I can simply tap delay end.
Hour by hour it goes up.
And that's going to tell me when this is going to finish. Isn't that smart?
Oh, that's fantastic. So you'd press delay end 5 hours, for example, and then I'll press the start button, which is that play button icon there, and I just close the door, put my powder in, go to work.
Yep.
And don't worry about it.
And then the second you get in, this is the best part, your clothes are done the minute that you wanted them and you just hang them up, and that is it. That's all you have to do.
Absolutely ingenious. This is Samsung technology, and this is, you are paying, look, $999 I think is a steal for 8.5 kilos. You are getting a steel drum. This is a machine that will go up to 1400 RPM. That means if you've got your towels, if you've got your sheets, if you've got your thick blankets and things that are quite thick, you need that high speed to get all of that excess moisture out so that the drying is faster. So if you are a clothes dryer, like myself a lot of the time, you want the most moisture taken out of your clothes before they go into the dryer, because it's less drying time in the dryer, right? 1400 RPM. This is Samsung. You've got the quick wash cycle, 15-minute quick wash. You've got the steam cycles. You've got the bubble wash with every cycle, and then the bubble soak for those hardened clothes that really need that extra care. This is Openshop. This is Samsung, and your item number is 300579. If this deserves to be in your laundry for $779, it's going to be delivered by Samsung to your door. You are going to get 10% off if this is your first purchase here with us at Openshop. And of course, you will go in the rewards program and you will get an additional 20% of that in your credit points. This is incredible because it's like money in the bank, right? So free delivery from Samsung, thank you very much. 10% off if it's your first purchase here with Openshop, and then another 20% off in credit points so you can use them for some other shopping. Buy maybe a pretty dress for yourself to throw in the washing machine. We're going to be back in a moment, but right now you're going to watch a bear turning into a polar bear. Bubble wash from Samsung. I didn't realise he was a polar bear in the beginning. Tell you what, gee, do you reckon he used the bubble soak cycle?
I almost guarantee it.
I think there was a whole lot of dirt and a whole lot of grime, and I'd say his coat smelled like Sam's fishing gear. Bubble soak cycle for those extra hard-working gear items for polar bears and tradies. This is a machine for you. So speaking of trades, if there were ever any issues, what is your aftercare service? What do you guys provide?
Really, really simply put, we offer some of the best after-sales care you will get anywhere in the industry. So with that, we have our live chat, which is available on our website that you can jump onto at any time.
Brilliant.
We also have a 1300 number. How easy is this? They actually put a sticker on the front
That's brilliant.
of the machine now.
Brilliant. So they're advertising, guys, if there's any issues, if there's any problems, if you've got any questions, we're not hiding from you. You won't have to go and find your instruction book that could be in the box that's down at the recycle. They've put a sticker on the front. Samsung are here to help. They will talk to you. They will walk through with you if there's any questions or anything that you need. That's awesome service.
Absolutely, and there's sometimes going to be those questions that you have. There might not be a problem. Maybe you just like to know how something works a little bit better, or which cycle to use what, for example. You can download the user manual on our website or speak to one of our consultants pretty much at any time. Isn't that smart?
Absolutely brilliant. I love that sticker on the front. You're not going to need it, but if you ever do, again, it's not hidden. It's right there. They will hold your hand. They will walk you through just like this machine will. It will hold your hand and it will do the work for use. So talk to me about installation, because I notice that there's only one hose here at the back, Robbie, which means that it's a cold water connection.
Yep.
And why is that important?
So with that, you don't actually have to use hot water and burn through that at home. Simply connect the cold water tap that you have to the machine, and then install the hose that comes with it, which is our drainage hose, out to wherever the receptacle is. And that's all you have to do, and plug it into power. How simple is that?
That's brilliant. So cold water connection means that the water's going to go in there, but should I choose to do that 90-degree cycle, Sam? That 90 degrees to get rid of all the bits and pieces that you do after you fish, it's going to then turn a heating element on and heat the water as it goes up into the drum, rather than me emptying out the hot water tank and we don't have hot showers.
That's correct. How smart is that?
That's fantastic. That's absolutely awesome. So temperature zone, we can go to from 20 degrees up to 90 degrees, and it is variable, but I guess there's parameters. So I guess if I have it on synthetics, if I turn around to synthetics, for example, where's synthetics? So if I go to synthetics, it's automatically going to pre-adjust the whole system. So I'm not going to risk shrinking my synthetics when they should be on a warm wash. It's automatically going to that 40 degrees, right?
Absolutely.
So this is auto-adjusting. We don't have to think, now I've got to do the synthetics and what should I be doing? It's going to auto-adjust for you. It's simple, it's Samsung. Right?
Simple.
Okay, so when we look down the bottom here, there's a rinse and a spin, and I notice that there's a rinse and spin here. Why would I use rinse and spin?
So rinse and spin, if you're talking about the actual cycle, that's a perfect example for something that's pretty much not dirty at all. Maybe it's a couple of pillowcases where you just want to give them a little bit of water to run through. Or something that's lived in your cupboard and now has that cupboard smell, where it's not dirty, you don't really need any detergent. Why not rinse and spin it?
Okay. You've just reminded me of something. I'm just going to kick the wash. This is how you do it. Oh, that's how it happens in the real world, isn't it? You push the washing basket over. Thank you, Robbie. Okay, so I went to our lovely buyers before and I said, I need some washing. I would have, if I knew this was connected to water, I would have brought, don't you worry about that, I would have brought my washing in. I would have shown you exactly how it turns out. These are 2 sets of queen size sheets. And I sort of thought, I probably don't need 2 sets, I reckon 1 set. This is 8.5 kilos. I have no idea. What is 8.5 kilos? What does it constitute? Can I put 2 sets of queen size bed sheets and pillowcases in there?
Let's find out.
Oh, let's find out. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, so when you're talking about, you were talking about the rinse and spin, and it was when you said it may be something in the cupboard. Brand new sheet sets. Do they need, question to the universe, do they need to be washed? Or do they not need to be washed? Let's take a vote, because there are those that say absolutely, they've been on factory floors, and there are those that say, oh my gosh, no, they're brand new. Do you wash brand new clothing before you wear it? Maybe not, but you tend to wash brand new. Did they fit?
Absolutely, and there's heaps of room left as well.
Oh my lordy, we could have put, I reckon, a 3rd set in there.
Easily.
Right, so it's Saturday morning, you've stripped the beds, right? There's a lot of beds in my house. There's 4 children, and there's 5 beds. And that's without the sleepovers. Hello, all the friends of family of all our children. We love you all dearly, but the air mattresses go shh of a weekend. So there's often 5 or 6 sets of sheets, right? So if I can put 2 queen size, all the rest are all in singles, right? I reckon I can put, I don't know, but I reckon I could probably put at least 3 plus the queen size. Look, I don't know, but I know that there's 2 sets of queen size sheets. I feel confident that you are going to do most of the bedding in 1 wash. If not, maybe 2. But for the largest of families, this is 8.5 kilos of Samsung Genius laundry care. So sheets, what cycle would you recommend that I put them on?
That's a very good question. So if you're just washing some sheets that are actually pretty clean, maybe you'd chuck it on a cotton, for example.
Okay.
But my favourite would be, and we're going to go back just a little bit, steam.
You love the steam.
Steam's so cool.
You love it. Okay, because it's hygienic. And when we're talking about bedding, so would you use steam on towels and face washes as well?
Absolutely. Do you know what lives in your bed?
Oh, I know. Bed bugs.
Bed bugs.
Bed bugs, dead skin.
Lots of gross stuff.
Yeah.
So with the steam, that's a really, really good way to get these things out of your clothes. For example, those bed bugs, inactive pollens, allergens, and bacteria, just using our bedding cycle.
Okay, without chemicals, right?
No
without chemicals. Chemical free, I'm all about chemical free, so that's brilliant. Right, so When we're talking about this dark garment here, what would I use that cycle for?
Well, this is going to be a real shock.
Okay.
Dark garments. That's exactly what I put in it. Just a little dark garment joke there for you. But with that, absolutely. So dark garments in there, you want to put all of your darks together. You typically want to run that at a cooler temperature as well so that those things won't run. That's a really good example for it.
Okay, right, so it's clever as well. So your black skinny jeans, Lil, are going to stay your black skinny jeans. My daughter does from time to time say to me, now, Mum, do you think you'd be able to hand wash these because they're my really good jeans? And she's probably bought them out of her part-time money, right? And when kids buy things out of their part-time money, the value of them is so much more than when I work and I pay for them. They sit in a completely different zone in their world. So if Lil's bought her jeans, it's, Mum, can you please hand wash them? If I've bought them, Mum, are my jeans washed? It's a different exchange rate. So I can now say, hey, Lil, come over here. Get your skinny black jeans, get your other black bits and pieces, throw them in, dark wash cycle. There we go, isn't that magic?
There we go. You know what, I actually haven't showed you my favourite cycle yet. Do you mind if we quickly go through that?
I want to see your favourite cycle, tell me.
Great. So really simply, I'm sure there's some people out there that have that, you know, that average load that they do per week. Maybe they do 4 or 5 cycles, and it's something that you do all the time. Your clothes are typically about standard
Your work
dirtiness.
clothes, your day-to-day work clothes, yep.
So with that, we actually have our daily wash, which lives just here, the second one down.
Okay, so I'd turn that around to daily wash.
Yep.
How long is it going to take me? What am I talking?
An hour and 4 minutes. So just over an hour of wonderful Openshop can you wash a load of your average clothes.
There you go.
Isn't that cool?
Sit down and relax, ladies and gents, and let the Samsung do it for you at 40 degrees. It's going to spin at 1400 RPM. Now, if I wanted to, could I put the easy iron on that?
Could we? Absolutely.
Oh, hello. Now you're talking my language.
Let's say
there
as well,
go.
let's say it's a daily wash, and again, you want to give them a little bit of a soak because they're a little bit dirty. Really simply, I'm going to click bubble soak down here.
Love
and
it.
it's added an extra 30 minutes of really, really thick soaking for your clothes.
So that might be when I have had, when it's a really cold wintry day and I've had that meat pie.
There we go, could be.
And I've had a doozy.
Yeah.
I've had a moment and I don't have to stand there and hand wash or add chemical cleaners. I am loving that bubble soak. Okay, so when we look at we've gone through the drum clean, we've gone through the rinse and spin, the delicates, the synthetics, the cotton, 15-minute quick wash. I'm in love with that cycle. The daily wash is your daily general washing, so that's easy to remember. The dark garment, I think, has been invented for teenage daughters who buy their own clothes, but those out there may beg, we'll call that the Lily load, that's her setting. Wool is quite incredible because wool, when you hand wash it, you're not supposed to pick it up when it's too wet because wool is a fibre that stretches, right?
Absolutely.
You're supposed to hand wash wool and drain it out and then roll it, and then you're supposed to dry it on one of those drying kind of, they're like a little screen, a drying mat, they're called.
Yep.
So does the wool wash cycle wash in a more gentle way?
Definitely. So with our delicates and our wool cycles, they are designed to take not only the right amount of time, but also to ensure that it's not too abrasive on your clothes. Because the last thing you want is if you have that wool cricket, what do you call that?
That cable knit jumper.
Yeah, the cable
made,
knit. Yeah, the nano one.
That
yeah.
Nana spent hours the whole winter making for you.
You would absolutely
Would yours
not.
be cream or would it be green?
It would be, I reckon it would be definitely cream, maybe a little bit of the off-white. And really with that, you don't want that to be super abrasive and you want that to give you the right amount of delicacy when it's washing your clothes. So the wool cycle would be great for items like that.
And mums and dads, school jumpers need a wool cycle or else they end up like little tiny mini baby clothes. I don't know if anyone's had a moment with a school jumper, but if a school jumper can go in like that and come out like this, if it's got the wrong temperature, the wrong wash cycle, one arm can be caught, you know the top loaders and the arm can go around there and then one arm comes out like that and the other one's like that. Not in the Samsung. Use that wool cycle. Let it work its magic. Let you sit down and relax. This is going to do the hard work for you. It's going to use that bubble wash system and make the suds happen before it even gets into the drum. That drum with that diamond imprint means that it's going to be gentle on your gentlest of clothes and really lift the dirt out of those hard-working clothes where and when you need it. If you need this machine in your life, you are going to get it delivered to your door by Samsung for for free. Thank you, Samsung. Openshop will give you another 10% off the price if this is your first purchase. Why is that? Because Openshop care. Because Openshop want you to get the best deals, the best technology in your home, making your life easier. Samsung is making the technology, Openshop's giving you the deal. $779, 300579 steam wash cycles. Bubble soak cycles. We've got 8.5 kilos. So we really are catering to the largest of families, but remember, you can pop in one sock. It will auto adjust, it'll weigh, it'll deliver the correct amount of water so you're not wasting litres and litres and litres down the drain. Samsung are the company that create innovation. We're going to show you a little bit more about Samsung, and when we come back we're going to do a quick walk through, remind you of all the things that you may need in your laundry, and we've got the expert here to show us how. Laundry care with Samsung. We are bringing you an 8.5 kilo bubble wash system that also has a steam wash system in it. This is a 8.5 kilo front loader washing machine with a quick wash cycle. So mums and dads out there, school uniform time of year, 15 minutes still with that bubble wash technology. So even though we're getting a shorter wash cycle, we're not compromising on quality.
No, not at all. With our bubble wash technology, that allows us to pre-mix detergent, water and air together. What that allows us to do is to create rich foam that rises from the bottom of the machine and engulfs your clothes straight away.
Absolutely incredible, because normally what happens is if you've got a top loader, you lift the top, you throw your powder in, you throw your liquid in, which could compromise your wash result and also compromise the results left on your clothes. If you've got excess powder on your clothes and it hasn't washed through properly, white marks, powder marks. Not with the bubble wash technology. The foam is created underneath. It goes through that barrel. It's mixed in that dense foam that it should be, delivered with quality.
Absolutely. And I think that's really important though. When you're washing your clothes, you want to know that A, you're not going to get lots of detergent stains on everything when you go to hang it up, but B, that it's engulfed your clothes from the very second because it's pre-mixed all of that together, which is super cool.
Fantastic. Now, 8.5 kilos doesn't mean you have to load it with 8.5 kilos, right? I can pop in a sock.
A sock, sure.
It will auto adjust. It's going to weigh what's in the barrel. It's going to weigh and measure, and it's going to put the direct amount of water in there that's needed for that cycle. So it's an auto adjust, fully automatic cycle, right?
That's exactly right. So some of our cycles, like cotton, for example, they auto load sense, which means that they're going to weigh using the drum, basically figure out how much you've got in there and adjust the time and water accordingly.
Absolutely brilliant. So whether I'm starting here with the quick wash cycle, which is 15 minutes, may I say, fabulous for us mums and dads out there with school uniforms, quick wash cycle, I'm not compromising on the wash, I'm not compromising on the technology, I'm still going to get that bubble wash. The bit that I love is the easy iron function, and I can press that function button on to absolutely any cycle, which means that the second job that I've got after I've washed is going to be far easier, because if I can iron less, Thank you, Samsung, for inventing that technology, right? So as I turn through the dials and choose a cycle, everything is automatic. It's going to auto adjust and then measure, weigh and put the right amount of water in for me.
Absolutely. So again, really importantly, selected cycles, you can auto load cinch, which means at the end of the day, no mucking around. If you're only putting in a quarter of a load, it will auto adjust the time.
Now, 15 minutes is really appealing to me. Why would I want 15 minutes? What am I going to use that for?
Well, maybe, for example, it's school uniforms. You've got a couple of kids at home and you want to wash their school uniforms before the next day. You can simply chuck that in because a 15-minute quick wash can do up to 2 kilos of clothes. Another really cool way you could use it is maybe it's a work uniform where you've got a couple of polo tops or something similar. You have the ability of quickly chucking that in for 15 minutes. That's it, wash, ready to go.
Love it. And look, it may be your work uniform, you might only have a couple, but I know that school uniforms, I probably should have 5. I should have 1 for every day and I should have 2 sports uniforms, but I don't, right? Most of us don't. So this is where that quick wash cycle is different from most other front loaders out there, because most other front loaders have a short wash cycle, but not a 15-minute quick wash cycle. So that is appealing to us mums out there. General cycles around, we've got synthetics, we've got delicates, and again, if I spin it around to either of those, everything changes. 30 degrees on the delicates. I'm going at an 800 RPM speed, so I'm not overstretching if it's a delicate fibre. Samsung have thought of everything. All I need to do is have a look at what fabric it is or have a look at what soiling content it is, choose my cycle. If you've got extra heavy soiled clothes, so your tradies of the world out there, or you've done a hard day in the garden, right? You've got this feature here, Bubble Soak. Tell me about what Bubble Soak does.
So I'm sure a lot of your customers are sitting there right now. They could be having dinner, a little bit of lunch, whatever it be, and there's a good chance that they've had some sauce. Some of that sauce is always going to end up in your top. I guarantee it. You're going to have a big dribble of tomato sauce down your top. Maybe that needs a little bit more of a soak than just putting it in the wash. So we give you that option. It's called Bubble Soak. It's optional. All you have to do is, whatever cycle it's on, you simply click the Bubble Soak option, and that will actually allow you to get an additional 30 minutes of soaking time.
So gone are the days of having the laundry tub with a bucket in there with your pre-soak, chemical and having to soak. This is done for you. This is Samsung technology. Pop it in there, choose your cycle. Bubble Soak is for when you've been out to dinner, you know that fancy restaurant, and you end up with the food down your shirt or on your tie? This is not just for one garment. This is for loads of dirty clothes. You can load it up. It could be 8.5 kilos, chock-a-block. And talking capacity, I have popped a couple of 2 sets of queen-size bed sheets, and when we look at how much the capacity is, I've actually got more room in there for more sheet sets. I could have put, I reckon, 3 queen-size bed sheet sets in there. So capacity-wise, if I had that loaded up, the diamond drum isn't going to damage my clothes, even if it's chock-a-block?
That's right. So it's very gentle. That's the way that it's designed. So it's good at washing your clothes, but really importantly also protecting those fabrics and softer clothes that you put on the inside.
Okay, so it's for the toughest of workwear and the most delicate, finest garments.
Well, that's the best part, I think, for me about the Samsung, other than the steam wash, which I'm sure we're about to touch on again. But I love that this machine you can use in any way you want, whether it is 15-minute 2 kilo loads, or you want to wash all of your bedding or the dirtiest of dirties.
Right, so speaking of all of the bedding, you were talking about steam wash cycle and you were saying that's fabulous for bedding, it's fabulous for baby care type of clothing where, there's always a lot of mess. What about things like tea towels? I like really clean tea towels in the kitchen. For me, that tea towels are a separate wash altogether. Tea towels belong, in my opinion, with no other washing article apart from maybe a tablecloth. Tea towels have their own cycle. There should be a tea towel button. Which one would I use here? Would I put it on the bedding or the baby care? Because I want it steamed. I want it steamed.
Yeah, you can use steam absolutely any way you like. Why don't you chuck that in for bedding with a couple of tea towels, a couple of your normal towels? Maybe you have that insane mother-in-law and you want to give her the nicest towel in the house so she stops complaining. So you actually have that option with here in steam.
I think that you can always make sure that your mother-in-law has the nicest towel in the house. So this is a product that really is going to deliver whether you need that quick 15-minute wash cycle, whether you need that intensive bubble soak for the dirtiest of work gear, whether you need that steam cycle to really kill all the bacteria and get that towel perfectly clean for your mother-in-law's visit at Christmas time, the Samsung 8.5 kilo bubble wash feature is going to appeal to you. Maybe it's time to upgrade to a front loader system and save on energy compared to a top loader, save on water compared to a top loader, and really move up into this next generation of laundry care. The Samsung 8.5 kilo is large enough for, well, we'll say a family of 4, but I'm thinking a family of 6 to 8 even. You're just going to have to do one load after the other. If you were doing 8 lots of clothing, you'd fit them all in one go. We are talking about a brand that has been around for generations. It really is a brand that is recognised, it's respected, it's a technology brand that stands above. Samsung deliver technology, they also deliver value. So 300579, Openshop's price should be $9.99, and it's worth it. It really is a piece of machinery that's going to help you get through the hard tasks, cleaning, washing. This is delivered to your door free from Samsung, $779. Last favourite features and functions, tell us.
It'd have to be the digital inverter motor with its 10-year parts warranty.
10 years parts warranty. Samsung don't give that away unless this is quality. You are getting Samsung. You're getting it here at Openshop, $779. Jump on the phone, 132580, and let it do the hard work for you. Thank you for being here with us today.
No worries, thanks for having me.
Have a nice clean home. Enjoy.